So if your Pinterest traffic has been dropping, then there's another platform that I highly recommend that you try. It's called Lemon8. It's fairly newer, so there's less competition. And I've been trying it for months and I'm seeing really good results in my posts. I have lots of impressions, lots of visitors to the page, and I have almost as many followers on Lemon8 as I do on Pinterest. And I've been on Pinterest for like 10 years. If you've been over there, you know how hard it is to get followers, which I know it's not really what we care about. If you have a blog or a website, you want to drive traffic to that blog. However, the more people that follow you, that's more people that are going to see the content that you post. And the more people that your content gets in front of, the more people that will actually click over to your website. I'm Megan, and if you're not familiar with me, I am sharing kind of all the behind the scenes information of running that blog here on YouTube. I encourage you to subscribe because I'm just sharing what I've learned for free. I'm not trying to sell any classes. I'm just trying to help other bloggers and kind of build up like a little blogging community that we can all learn from. I respond to all the comments. I love talking to you, and I've learned from you just as much as I hope that you're learning from me. So don't forget to subscribe. So this video is going to be an in-depth video of how I'm using Lemon8 to try to drive traffic outside of it to my website. I'm going to walk you through basically what it looks like, show you the platform, show you how, it's very similar to Pinterest. You can post both photos and videos. I'm going to explain the SEO that I use and how I try to get my posts found. I'm going to show you step-by-step how I do a post and a little trick that I kind of found to get people to click on my blog post link and get them outside of the app. And then I'm also going to walk you through and show you examples of my own posts and show you the impressions they're getting, how far my posts are reaching. But bottom line, I want to show you how to try to use Lemon8 to get people outside of it over to your post. So first, I just want to show you right away what you see when you open the app. This is my feed. It looks just like Pinterest. You'll see a bunch of just images or videos. Mine's a lot of recipes and book recommendations because that's what I look at. But it's just like Pinterest. You can click on it. I'll click on this recipe. This one is actually a video. Here's her description. And this one's a good example because you can see she put the link to the recipe in her description, but it's not really convenient for people. If you see down in the comments, people are asking for the recipe. They didn't even really see that link. And again, it's not clickable. So it's really hard for people. They'd have to go type this in to their browser. But I found a way around this that makes it easier for people to actually get the link, which I'll show you when I teach you how to do a post. But this was just to give you an idea of what Lemon8 looks like. Just really kind of visually appealing images and photos. And actually some aren't even, now that I think about it, that as aesthetic as Pinterest. You'll see some people here, just home cooks, moms, whoever, just sharing real food that they're actually making. Again, one of the reasons I like this platform right now so much is I don't see nearly as much AI generated content. So that's an idea of what the feed looks like. And if you notice here at the top, you'll see all different kinds of categories that you can drill down into. So if I wanted to see more recipes, I could just click up here. It's only going to show me recipes, but you can kind of scroll through just to get an idea of all the different niches on here that probably do well. And again, there is a lot. Humor, news, pets, perfume, DIY, tech, movie, there's all kinds of stuff up here. So you can kind of go in, explore, see if your niche is already in here. And again, if it's not, if you can make a pretty picture or video, then I would still give this platform a shot. It's new, there's not as much competition, and I'm seeing some pretty good success with it. So now let me walk you through how I do one of my posts. It's really similar to all the other platforms. You're just gonna click on this little plus button down here in yellow. And then I already have some images that I did for this. They do have a tool where you can bring in photos and edit them, add text. However, I just love Canva. It's way easier for me to use. So I already made 2 images for this. I'm gonna pick those and hit next. So here are the things I was talking about, the tools. You can hit text, stickers, filters down here. You can edit your pictures in here. But again, they're not my favorite tools. I just do it in Canva, bring them over ready to go. So I'm gonna hit next. And now this is just like everywhere else where you do wanna have SEO in mind. I am going to put, kind of a catchy headline. I think I'm gonna go with the only well, actually, let's do this. The only roasted sweet potato recipe you need. And the little, I like this emoji for, you know, my recipes, where's the little drool face. That right away in the title, it does include roasted sweet potato recipe. That's kind of what I'm keeping in mind for this specific post. Now, to keep this easy on myself, I really just, for the caption or for the description, I put the description I have on my recipe card on my website. I just copy and paste that. I went and grabbed the recipe card description. I am just going to paste that here because usually the SEO keywords I'm using on Lemon8 are very similar, if not the same, to what I was using on my actual blog post. So that's usually already optimized for SEO. Keep it kind of short. I think this works. And then right here, I put in all capitals, full recipe at, sometimes I'll even put like a little emoji in front of this just so people can see it. Like I said, or like you saw, it looks like people have a hard time finding this. I wonder if there's a potato. Oh yeah, there's a sweet potato. Okay, that works. Sweet potato emoji. And here is the little trick. This is the text that I've been putting right here. And so far, I think it's working and making it much easier for the user to click on the link to actually get to our blog post. So I tell them to basically go to the comments, hit copy. They can hold down the comment that I left with the link, hit copy, and then just go paste it into their browser. So it is slightly harder than Pinterest. Pinterest made it a lot easier with just one button right there to click over to our blogs. This is about one extra step. They just have to copy the link. That's like holding the button once and then go over to their browser and just paste it. So it's not impossible. It is going to be a little bit harder to get traffic over to our website, but it's not impossible. If people really want the recipe or really want that content, they're gonna have no problem just copying and pasting that link. Now, there's one last step I want to do before I actually post this. First, I'm going to save this draft. Just save the draft. And we are going to come back to this. Right now, I am going to show you the research I do on how to pick 5 hashtags. That's the limit right now on Lemon8. How I pick the right 5 to get this post found. So this is super basic, but I come back over to my home feed. I click on the little magnifying glass up here and I type sweet potatoes. I should leave sweet potato. Okay. So right away, it's going to pre-populate all of the more highly searched keywords that, include sweet potato. It's kind of like Pinterest. This is also what I did over there. So sweet potato recipes, sweet potato bowl, just different ideas for what I could do in my hashtags. Now, I could also, since this is kind of a healthy recipe, I could type in healthy recipe, and this could give me some more ideas. It doesn't really give me too many that I would use for this one specifically. So since this is considered a side dish, I would also try, typing in side dish to see if this gives me other ideas. Side dish ideas, hashtag side dish recipe, side dish vegetable. So there's a couple in here that I could use with my sweet potato recipe. That is basically how I kind of help narrow down what hashtags to put on the post. So let's come back over to my own profile. Right up in the top left is where your drafts will be. I'm going to click back into this. And right here at the bottom is where I'm going to start doing my hashtags. So another thing it will do, it will show you the amount of views that a certain hashtag has. So right now, I don't know if you can see this right here, sweet potato recipes has 130,000 views. So I definitely want to click on that one. And it's also, I noticed, recommending some other ideas. Let's do potato recipe ideas. Now I'm going to start drilling into the side dish hashtags. Let's do side dishes. This is my thought process. I'll kind of walk you through it. Side dishes. Well, hashtag side dish has 1 million views. It's going to be a little harder to rank. That one already has kind of a lot going on there. I'm going to either do side dishes or side dish recipe. So since this is an actual recipe, I'm going to do side dish recipe. What else? We have 2 more. Maybe let's try typing side dish again and scrolling. Let's do side dish ideas and healthy. See, all of these healthy recipes, 28 million views. It's gonna be a little harder to rank in there. Healthy recipe ideas has 4, that's less, but let's see if it's a healthy side dish. Healthy side dish has 17,000. That's, I think, perfect. I'm gonna pick that one. So that's how I do my kind of SEO research, which is really just kind of picking the right hashtags to get this post found. So I'm going to call this one done, hit done, and we are going to hit post. Now, once the post is live, you can click on it and then click on the little, emoji that looks like comments. Click on that, and I'm just going to put test link. I would normally go copy the actual link and paste it into here. Let's put test link just so I can show you guys how I do this. But again, this is where you would put your real link, then just hit the arrow to post that. And then all people have to do is hold that down, hit copy, and then go into their browser and just go paste it. It'll take them right to your post, just like Pinterest. It's one little extra step, but I don't think people will mind if they really want that content. So one other thing I want to add about Lemon8 is it's just like Pinterest. It's kind of a slow takeoff to your posts. It takes a while for them to gain some traction. But the SEO game in here is really, really strong. So Lemon8 is owned by TikTok, and I run an account over there just for fun. And I've noticed the same thing. Both have very strong SEO tools. Like, it's really good at figuring out what your content is about. So after some time, and again, because there's less competition on here, your post, if you do the right hashtags and put in the right keywords, should get found. You'll see right now, obviously I just posted that one. That's 0 recipes. The one before that only has, if you can see the little number by the eye symbol, 324. These are showing me the impressions that they're getting. So unfortunately, there is no way to track outbound clicks on this platform since it's not designed for that. The analytics in Lemon8 are very, very basic, almost non-existent. You can see how many views your post is getting, but that's really about it. However, I will say that I am getting followers way, way faster over here than on Pinterest. I have been on Pinterest for over 10 years and I have like 5,500 followers when I'm just short of 4,000 over here on Lemon8 in less than a year. So again, I know that doesn't really translate to traffic, but it does mean the more people that are following you, those are the people that are going to see your content first. Lemon8 is going to put my content in front of the people following me. So if I share something that they really, really want, that is definitely potential traffic in the future. So I just wanted to give you an idea of kind of the growth that my posts have had or how many people they've reached. You'll see all of these more recent ones slightly lower. This one has 1,277 views, which is pretty decent, but not amazing, but still, it's fairly new. I expect that one to pick back up. And you can kind of see as I go backwards, this one, 4,000. This one, 7,600 views, 44,000, 1,000, 21,000, 1,000. And again, I encourage you to kind of experiment with both video and images. I've had both do really well. At one point they were really pushing for video on the platform, but it's not necessary. Whatever your, preference is, go with that. Both have done well for me, but you can kind of see 3,000, 3,000, another one with 30,000. They eventually do start to pick up. So don't get discouraged if right away you're not seeing like anyone or any activity on those posts. Just give it some time. Stick with making sure that you're including some focused, SEO words on your posts, looking up the right hashtags, and then it will eventually get in front of the right people. I really encourage you guys to experiment with the app. If you give it a try, let me know how it goes for you, or if you have any questions, as always, ask me in the comments. And if you're not already, please subscribe. That helps me out so much. Thank you so much.